Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So last month I ended up posting like a day in the life of a PhD student and like my productivity and what I actually do in a day. But because I was the first day of school, it wasn't really accurate of what I do in like a week as a PhD student. So I thought I'd do kind of like come along with me for a week to see what I do. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I kind of show what I do like kind of on a day-to-day process and with my research, TAing, classes and all that. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So yeah, for just some background, I'm going to be going into my third year in the summer as a PhD student. So this is my last year of classes. So and then I was helping out another professor being a TA. So on top of all of like my research stuff, I'm TAing, and then I have 2 classes as well. But yeah, so I'm very busy this semester with all of that stuff, but I wanted to bring you guys along to see what an actual week in my life is like. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So I officially start working around 9:30. That's when I hold office hours, and my mom left this cute little post-it note on my desk, so I just thought that was very cute. But I first start out with setting up the Zoom for my office hours, and then I like to go and check out my email just to make sure I respond to everything. And first thing in the morning on Monday, I like to just kind of fill out my agenda book and see which things I need to kind of plan out my week for, what things I need to do throughout the week, and what I think is kind of like my goals for the day. Once I have my week planned out, I then like to work on my grading. So the assignment's technically due at midnight on Monday, and everyone seems to submit it right at the deadline. So I try to stay on top of the students that actually submit it beforehand because it makes it a lot easier. And I have to grade like a mini essay every time, so it takes a long time to grade. So after I finished grading the homework that was available, I then started working on my submission for a journal article that I've written and that I hopefully will get published soon. So I was just making sure I have everything ready so that I can go ahead and then submit. And then while I finished everything, I was waiting for my leadership meeting. So I just quickly started editing a reading vlog from the weekend previously. It's easier to stay on top of things that way. So I made sure I quickly got the editing out of the way. I'm part of the leadership club for the overarching lab that I'm a part of, so I just quickly attended one of our monthly meetings. And then after I finished my work, me and my sister watched the Meghan Markle and Prince Harry interview. I really admire her, so this interview obviously was very interesting to watch, and it's just horrible all the things she had to go through. So I really admire her and Prince Harry for how they've handled everything. And then my parents were working late, so it was my turn making dinner. So I made cacio e pepe, and which is really simple, but it tastes delicious. So I did that for dinner, and it is honestly amazing. So Tuesday marks the last day of my office hours, so I just do all of my grading basically on Tuesday just to get it out of the way, and then so the students can get their feedback right away. So I think that's better for them. So I just focus on getting all that done in the morning, and then I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. So usually this class is 70 students, so I want to say like maybe 50 of the students all submit right at the deadline. So it makes it a little challenging for me, and I spend like 4 hours getting all this grading done. So after I finish my grading and when office hours are over, I then will go upstairs and say hi to Tucker and play with him for a little bit. And then at 1, I have a seminar for the overarching lab group that I'm a part of. And then at 2:30, I have my class, my first class of the week. And we had a interesting speaker come in that talked to us. And it was really fun, actually. I learned a lot and I've been really enjoying taking notes on my iPad, which has really surprised me. I have an hour in between my classes, so I use this time to take Tucker for a walk, and he honestly loves it. It makes him so happy, so I always enjoy taking him for a little stroll. Tucker, are we gonna go for a walk? What do we say? What do we say? Come on. I'm gonna go for a walk? What do we say? Say it. Say it. Say it. Woohoo! So at 4:30, I have my stochastic systems class, and because we're doing student presentations, I don't really need to pay attention too much, so don't tell anyone, but I was using this time to get some reading in. I presented last week, so I'm not too worried about that, but I just need to physically be on the Zoom, so that's what I was doing, and then I just did a quick little reading before bedtime. So Wednesdays are the days that I have nothing kind of planned. So because the weather was so uncharacteristically warm, I used this time to give Tucker a bath, and he was not happy with me. Let me just say that. What's going on? What's going on? Are you gonna have a bath? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. It's your first bath of the season. You're gonna smell like roses. No, the dogs won't make fun of you if you smell nice. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, okay. Oh. What was that? Are you having a bath this morning? You are? What do you say? What do you say? Oh my. It's okay. So long story short, Tucker ended up surviving his bath and he got some peanut butter as a reward for being such a good boy. But after I finished giving Tucker a bath, I then worked on submitting another journal that I worked on to a different publication. So hopefully that one will get published as well. But it's a tedious process because you have to submit so many things just to make sure. I just have to double check everything, and then after I did that, I did some grading as well because it's always good to stay on top of things when you can. So for my seminar class, we always have to write a summary based on what we heard in our last presentation. So I make sure I just get that out of the way. I actually really enjoy writing these because they can also be opinion based as well. And it's not too bad too because it just has to be one page. So I was just quickly getting that out of the way so I didn't have to worry about it. And then I started organizing the data that I was doing for my knee measurements project. And I'm just waiting for a graduate student to finish doing their measurements as well, so then I can average it and then actually get started on my next phase of my research. So after I finish my work for the day, I like to plan out everything in my lab journal. So we have lab meetings on Thursday morning, so I like to just write out everything that I've done. If I have any questions for my advisor, all that thing, just to be prepared. Especially since quarantine, all the weeks and days seem to blend together, so it just helps me remember what I actually did, and then I'll just go through my agenda book and check off all the things that I needed to do for the day. And Tucker obviously survived the trauma of the morning, and so he went to go and search for chippies on our basketball net that we are slowly getting rid of. And then for dinner, we actually ordered out, so me and my siblings went to go and get it, and we did a little jam session in the car as well, which was a lot of fun. We were singing to When We Were Young by Adele, and it is honestly our go-to song to sing in the car. So Thursday mornings are when I have my lab meeting with my advisor, and we just go over everything that we've done for the week and what we want to accomplish next week as well. So we did all of that stuff, and then the weather was again so nice. So I took Tucker for a walk before it was supposed to rain later today, and he's obviously very happy about that. So after my walk, I did some administrative things on the computer, and then during lunchtime, I woke Tucker up from his sunbathing slumber, and we went to go get the mail together, which we do every day. And of course, Tucker had to go visit the chippies while we were at it. I then worked on organizing my ACL risk factor measurements and just getting that all organized for when the graduate student gives me his measurements next week. So I was just adding that into my lab notebook as well, just to get everything all set up. And after I had this, I then attended my stochastic systems class. So now we are officially on Friday, my favorite day of the week, and this is honestly probably my easiest day as well. I tend to take a half day with this just because I think I do overwork myself during the week, and usually Fridays are pretty quiet in terms of like my research and everything. So I just started out as always doing some grading, and then I attended a Zoom meeting with my project partner, and we were just discussing our project. We're going to be doing stochastic modeling of wheelchair arm data, which is really interesting. So we were just going over how we want to do it, and then I conducted my own little code and trying to figure out what he's done, and then did a quick literature review. So I think that makes it really helpful in just kind of understanding, really grasping what we're doing, because this is more like robotics and controls, which I don't have any experience in. So I just literally honestly spent the rest of my Friday working on this, and yeah, that's pretty much it for a week in my life. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more PhD related videos. If there's anything in specifically you would like to see, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.